the spectacle and the smoke goes off, we'll see the Patrie Suisse positioning their F5s to land, while the Royal Air Force Red Arrows get themselves ready. It's the Red Arrows!
Arriving in that famous Diamond 9 with our world famous red, white and blue trailing out the rear. Red 1 initially pulls him up and brings him off to the left-hand side, which shows to me he is starting the show flat. However, that gives you a great picture of that plant form shape of that Diamond 9. Reds 8 and 9 now moving themselves left and right into 9 Arrow. Leading the team this year, we have a new team leader for 2024. That's squad leader John Bond, known as Bondy. Bondy has been in the Red Arrows for 5 years before taking a year out in 2023 before coming back as the leader this year. He's a former Typhoon pilot, former qualified flying instructor on the Tucano, where he was the Tucano display pilot in 2012. As Reds 8 and 9 now perform a rollback, taking the 9 Arrow into Fred. Reds 1 through 9 displayed in front of me. Myself, Red 10, former Tornado GR4 pilot, former qualified flying instructor on the team of 2. And of course, we are commanded by Officer Commanding Rafat Wing Commander Adam Collins, my predecessor as Red 10, a former Tornado GR4 pilot and former pilot on the F111 while on exchange with the Royal Australian Air Force. On the 6th of June 2024, the nation celebrated, commemorated and paid tribute to all those who took part in Operation Overlord, which of course was the storming of the Normandy beaches on D-Day. And in tribute to all those that took part in the operation, and pay tribute to those who paid the ultimate sacrifice. This is Spitfire. On the right of Red 1 is Red 2, squad leader Chris McCann. Chris is in his first year on the team. He was uniquely taken from training straight into an instructor role on the Tucano, after which he then joined the world famous 617 squadron, the Dam Busters on the Tornado GR4. Chris received an Air Force Cross for his service on operations in Afghanistan. His opposite number on the left-hand side of Red 1 is Red 3, Flight Lieutenant Dustin Wales, known as Dusty. Originally from Zimbabwe, a former Typhoon pilot from 11 Squadron and instructor on 29 Squadron, as well as being a test and evaluation pilot on 41 Squadron, RIAT Conisby. Reds 4 and 5, the smoke goes off as the team roll out. November 2023 was the 20th anniversary of the final flight of one of the most iconic aircraft in aviation history. As the team roll out, there is no mistaking the majestic and iconic shape of the Concorde. Coming left now. Of the Concorde now start to flex forward as Reds 8 and 9 make their way to the outermost, as all the front sections start to run alongside Red 1, with Reds 6 and 7 splitting at the rear. Royal International Air to get your cameras ready for the colourful Phoenix. Last year he remained as Red 4 and took up the role of Uncle Enid. Uncle Enid is a mentor role. He works alongside Red 1 in winter training to ensure that the new pilots joining the team attain and maintain the standards required of a Red Arrows pilot. All the Red Arrows must have approximately 1,000 to 1,500 passenger hours be assessed as above average in the air, and have one operational tour before they can even apply to join the team. All those applicants get whittled down to the final 9. Those 9 then come out with us on our spring training exercise for a week, effectively for a week-long job interview. They get a formal interview, flying test, and those 9 get whittled down to the final 3 or 2, depending on how many we're taking that year, and they become the new pilots for the new year. Reds 8 and 9 now move backwards to two distinctive rows in the formation as they come in from the right in chevron. But of course, the Red Arrows is not just about the pilots. We have a team of over 140 personnel. 120 of them are the engineers, the mechanics, the operations, the public relations, the administrators, and they are known as the Blues. So called because of the blue flying coverall that they wear. There are a number of Blues here today at our public relations tent in the RAF village, so please pop along, have a word with them, find out what they do about their jobs on the Red Arrows, and of course their RAF careers to date. You now see this formation start to break up as Reds 8 and 9 sit in trail on the rest of the formation. Coming in from the left, one of the most popular, if not the most popular manoeuvre we fly. That's why we kept it in for this year. This is the Tornado! The aboard call is made by Red 9 as Reds 8 and 9 roll around the rest of the formation. But watch for the colour change as Red 1 brings the team down the line. In addition, it disturbs the airflow outside the back of the aeroplane and makes that smoke billow and fulfill a lot more fuller. And therefore, in certain manoeuvres in the display, we'll use that technique to enhance those displays. As we come to the end of the first half, you'll see Reds 8 and 9 have joined the rest of the formation, and this will be your last opportunity to get that iconic picture of our iconic Diamond 9 for 2024. In from the right, the smoke will come on. Once again, in our world famous Diamond 9, it's the 2024 Red Arrows. As we go into the second half, we're not going to 2003. This is the 5-4 split. As we go into the second half, the team will now break down into 2 sections. Off to the right you have Reds 1 through 5, they are now known as Enid, named after Enid Blyton's famous 5 from the children's books. Off to the left hand side you have Reds 6, 7, 8 and 9 known as Hannah, named after squad leader Ray Hannah, one of the most famous aviators in RAF history, the only team leader to lead the team for 4 years. He took the team from a 7 to a 9 and forms our trademark Diamond 9 formation. Hannah from the left, Edith from the right, for the 5-4 cross. In 1964 with our first public display in 1965. The Red Arrows were actually formed from 3 different display teams around at the time. the Red Pelicans, the Black Arrows and the Yellow Jacks. We took the red from the Red Pelicans, the arrows from the Black Arrows to give us our name, and we took the aircraft from the Yellow Jacks. In tribute to that aircraft, Enid from the right, the smoke comes on, flying the Gnat. Red Arrows continue flying the Gnat right the way up until 1980 when we took control of the Hawk T-1, which is still the aircraft that we fly today. The Hawk is actually 50 years old this year, an extremely agile and capable aeroplane, extremely fun to fly with all the pilots who have flown her, having a very special place in their heart for the Hawk. Look directly to your front now, you'll see reds 8 to 9, red and blue come on, rolling around 6 and 7. Get your cameras ready, it's the Hannah break! Smoking white. Stu is in his third and final year of the team. They former Typhoon pilots 11 and 12 from RIAT College in Lincolnshire. Each pair will now dive down to only 100 feet above the airfield. You've got a closing speed of over 800 miles per hour in the Hannah Pass. Special. Staying flat. Red 6 to the left, red 7 to the right. Red 7 is swimming at Tom Hansford, second year of the team. Red 3 last year. He's a former Typhoon pilot, former qualified weapons instructor on the Typhoon. As the synchro pair turn hard for the Cyclone. As the synchro pair lead directly to our front, look to your left-hand side, and you'll see red 9 running in 100 feet, over 450 miles per hour. Red 9 is Flight Lieutenant Patrick Kershaw, known as Paddy, former Tornado pilot, former Typhoon pilot, his third and final Red 9 climbing high, smoking the red, white, and blue, and Enid joins us on the left side. Once again, smoke my favourite red, white, and blue. As Enid leaves to our left-hand side, look directly to your front. You might just be able to see the synchro pair running in with their nose lights twinkling in the distance. Red 6 on the left, red 7 on the right. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, get your cameras ready. The smoke comes on for the world famous Synchro Heart. And coming in from the high right-hand side is red 8, as red 8 spears the heart. Red 8 is Flight Lieutenant Rich Walker, an extremely accomplished aviator, having flown both the Harrier and the Typhoon, as well as flown as a qualified flying instructor on the Hawk T-2. Let's get red 6, 7 and 8, a massive round, only 100 feet. They'll go unsighted at the very last second as they complete the manoeuvre called the opposition barrel roll. As the synchro pair complete their manoeuvre. Look to your left-hand side in the distance. You've got reds 1 through 5, joined once again by reds 8 and 9. 8 and 9. Once again, red 9 calls it forward as reds 8 and 9 roll around the smoke in corkscrew. He's out front filming the show for safety and debriefing purposes. He's also responsible for taking all the images and videos from the back of my aeroplane when we fly around the display, capturing those iconic pictures all across social media. Red 6 from the left, red 7 from the right. Once again, a closing speed of over 800 miles per hour. Each aircraft will conduct a 360-degree air-roll roll before turning hard away from each other. The smoke running back in with the smoke in white. Red 1 pulls them up. He puts the colour on and he flies a barrel roll, leaving a snake-like smoke trail in the sky for the first part of the manoeuvre we like to call the Serpent. And you can really see that red, white and blue popping off against the grey skies. That red, white and blue is only capable due to the smoke pod on the airplane. That's a small tank under the belly of the aircraft. The smoke pod is capable of producing approximately 5 minutes of white smoke, 1 minute of blue smoke and 1 minute of red smoke, with all of the colours having their own individual button on the pilot's control column. During winter training, red 1 and red 6 come up with a smoke plan to ensure that we have the right colour smoke at the right time in the display and we simply do not run out. Reds 2, 3, 4 and 5 now moved up alongside red 1, looking 90 degrees along their shoulder line while pulling 3 to 4G. The smoke comes on to complete the coils of the Serpent. As Enid leaves to the front left 45, look directly all the way to the left-hand side, and you can easing up as red 6 starts to push up to negative 3G and conduct an inverted barrel roll. Red 6 working hard against that negative G, all the blood rushing to his head as red 6, 7, 8 and 9 hold on in a barrel roll to complete the mirror roll. Right-hand side, up all the way to your left-hand. 2 and 3, roll goes the commanders. Reds 2 and 3, roll to the outside. Clear goes. Reds 4 and 5, roll to the outside. In one of the hardest manoeuvres of new pilots each year have to master, this is rollbacks. Red 8 smoking blue, red 9 smoking red. as they draw a wonderful 60 in the sky to celebrate 60 display seasons for the Red Arrows. Keep an eye on red 6 and 7 breaking underneath the 60. They'll pull up for their final manoeuvre of the show. They'll dive down to once again, only 100 feet above the airfield. They'll have that closing speed of over 800 miles per hour. Get your cameras ready for the colourful and dynamic synchro double roll. Royal International Air Team, it's been an honour and a pleasure. Please put your hands together for the 2024 Red Arrows!